I don't want to distract myself from where I really am at in life. I don't want to just zone out and have this drug that's like keeping me from seeing reality, keeping me from seeing where I'm really at. I don't want to look back when I'm 80 and be like, man, I just floated through life, always distracted, looking for distraction after distraction just to fill up my mind. I want to own it. I want to own my life. 3 days ago, I my phone just turned off and then it didn't turn back on again. And my buddies were like, Josh, did you try charging it? Yes, I tried charging it. I don't know what happened. I think the battery's just shot. But it's so weird how much you use your phone for everything. Like, literally, I was getting to the point where I was like, dude, my survival skills without a phone are like zero, which is not good. um, Directions. I dropped a buddy off at his house and low key did not know how to get home. Um, but yeah, it made me realize one how much we rely on our phones, which is fine. I don't think it's a bad thing to rely on your phone. It's a tool. You rely on tools all the time. Your car, you know, whatever. But I think the biggest thing it made me realize is how much of a distraction it is. Because most tools, it's like, yeah, you use your car to drive. You use a saw to cut down a tree and then you're done with it. With phones, it's weird because it can be a tool, but it also is like just totally a life sucking like thing if you make it that way. So I just was realizing like every spare moment that I had, I would be like looking for my phone. And it was so annoying at first. I was like, man, like, where's my phone? I need my phone. You know, waiting in line, scroll on my phone. Sitting in the car when I get home, scroll on my phone. But I don't know. It happened. The timing was really weird because my girl and I broke up about 2 weeks ago. Then I got sick, and then I broke my phone. So all these things like had kind of I almost feel like God was kind of pulling them away and pulling away not distractions, but kind of a little bit pulling away distractions so that I could just kind of focus on him and kind of focus on man, like where's my life at right now. And at first, without the phone, it makes you feel kind of lonely. It makes you feel like disconnected. And it makes you feel a little bit like bored and a little bit sad. But I think it's because the dopamine that we depend on is like this fake dopamine from our phones. And so when we don't have that, now it's like we're starving ourselves a little bit. It's almost like a drug. Like your phone is a drug, and when you take that away, you're missing this dopamine. But what it did make me realize is that time with my friends was so much more fun. Like I was just focusing on the real dopamine because I was like, this is the dopamine I'm getting. I'm having fun, and this is great. So I just think to sum all this up, I think there's a lot of distractions in our world, maybe more than ever before. And just my phone is like one of the biggest ones. And obviously, you have to have a phone. The thought did cross my mind. I was like, oh, maybe I just won't have a phone. But it's like, bro, you literally, to survive in this world, you have to have a phone. Could be a flip phone, but, So I was like, okay, I have to have a phone. But I don't have to use it as such, or I don't have to let it be such a distraction in my life. And so I guess over the past few days, I've kind of tried to really focus on like, okay, where are areas that this is a distraction? And even just other things as well. Like, I feel like a lot of times can use anything as a distraction, almost as a drug. I'm just gonna start saying like as a drug because I feel like it's very similar. Like your phone is a drug because it gives you fake dopamine, takes you out of your current circumstances, and it feels nice for a little while, but ultimately it hurts you. And I think a lot of things can be like that. I think like relationships, like there's certain relationships you can be in where it's like it's just like a drug to you. Like you're just and that's obviously not ideal, not what God wants, but like even looking back on just like my life, I feel like I always gravitate towards things that can like just take me out of my circumstance because I don't want to have to deal with it. But I I want my suffering rot. No, I'm just kidding. But I don't want to go through life. I don't want to go through life always dependent on something to like put me in this fake mindset, this fake like dopamine. I don't want to go through life with this like fake I'm going to be okay. Like I need to pull out of the matrix, out of like these distractions and just be like, where's my life actually at? I got to be honest with myself. Where's my life actually at? Where do I want it to be? And what are these things that are my fault? Like it's no one else's fault. My life is where it is because of me. And ultimately I think you can get to a point where it's like I am doing everything I can, and then it's like you just got to let God kind of guide your circumstances. I don't think your circumstances are necessarily a direct result of your actions. Excuse me. I think a lot of them are, but there's certain things it's like you might be the kindest, most loving person, most encouraging, and your car breaks down. It's like, okay, that life happens, sometimes good things happen to bad people. But I don't want to distract myself from where I really am at in life. I don't want to just zone out and have this drug that's like keeping me from seeing reality, keeping me from seeing where I'm really at. I don't want to look back when I'm 80 and be like, man, I just floated through life, always distracted, looking for distraction after distraction just to fill up my mind. I want to own it. I want to own my life. And so I was thinking about like the times that I've been the most happy in my life, and it's when I'm like obsessed with something and just like I like to think of like when I'm on trips, because I'm always pretty happy when I'm on trips. You're not, you don't wake up and get on your phone and you're like, you're like, you wake up, you're like, dude, what are we doing on this vacation today? What are we doing on this trip today? And I want that to be life. I want that to be my life. And I think it is possible. I don't think it's maybe possible to be as exciting as a trip, but I think it is possible to have this like wake up, focus on, you know, I hate to just say the good things of the day, because you might have like a crappy day ahead and you have to do a bunch of crappy stuff, but like, and I just mean like responsibilities and whatnot. But yeah, I guess I don't even know, because I'm still trying to figure it out. But I just want to put my life into a position where I wake up and my purpose, my job, my passions, the people around me are all aligned with who I am, with what God has for me, and with going out and just like living the best life that I can, living in God's will, and really just trying to be like the kindest person in the room, the most loving person, the most forgiving person. And honestly, it kind of just goes back to being like Jesus. So anyway, to tie this all into bodybuilding, because I know I haven't really talked about that at all. I love bodybuilding because it takes you. It's you could argue it's a distraction, but I think it's not, because it allows you to fully focus on the thing you're doing. I think it's like the opposite of distraction, because you want to do it. You're doing something that's hard. It's a goal. It's not like you're just doing it just to fill in your time. Like you're putting this effort into something, but you're fully in it. You're not like distracted. You're not focusing on other things. You're fully in it. You're fully aligned with like this, and you're giving 100% effort. Ideally. Obviously, that doesn't always happen, but ideally. So yeah, I just love that. Love giving 100%. Love like, and I think that's where the mundane thing is tough. Like just the chores. Because it's like, are you gonna give 100% at like eating your vegetables? It's like, I don't know, man. Just eat your vegetables. Like, what does that even mean? So there's certain things like it's just chores, man. You just got to get them done. But I think for most of life, if we can have this like, it's even hard for me to say, but this purpose and alignment with who we are, so that we don't have to like distract ourselves with other things. I think that's ultimately where it's at. So that's about 10 minutes. I'm trying to keep these videos to 10 minutes. Like and subscribe, people. And if you guys have any ideas or things that you want to see content-wise that kind of align with what I'm trying to do, or like day in the life vids or whatever, just throw it in the comments below. So my name is Joshua Johnson. If you're new to the channel, I'm a 24-year-old natural bodybuilder trying to go pro, and I'm trying to do a little bit of inspiration every day to other Christian bodybuilders to inspire you guys and just to follow along with the journey. All right. Thanks, guys. Peace.